Going long into extreme weakness when everyone thinks it's going to collapse is difficult, but that is when the most money is made, when you have to do the difficult thing. You have to take the difficult decision. Going long at the bottom is difficult. The NASDAQ hit 610. The overall market is skyrocketing today. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the large tech stocks, the SP500, the NASDAQ, the Russell 2000, the VIX, the crypto market. Without further ado, let's get started with the video. So first and foremost, I'm going to start off by looking at the IWM. The reason why we're looking at the IWM is because I believe in the next couple of months, as the IWM is essentially the majority of the stocks in the Russell 2000 are a basket of economically sensitive stocks. If interest rates and the Fed start to allow the economy to even itself out and to basically allow consumers to have more buying power, the IWM is going to rally because it's more economically sensitive stocks, more consumer-based stocks, stocks where people spend money. So banks, healthcare, consumer. People spending money or the forward looking that the economy is going to be good causes the Russell to do well. So in the next couple of months, I think the Russell is going to do very, very well. Of course, the overall market in general, my thesis regardless is that the market is going to do well. But as we can see, the market takes turns, right? So the Russell 2000 was up close to 2.5% today, whereas the NASDAQ was only up 0.6%, and then the SP 500 was up almost 1%. So the Russell far outperformed its two counterparts, the S&P and the NASDAQ. So clearly, we saw how everything literally closed at resistance yesterday. Everything, the S&P 500, the Russell, the NASDAQ, all closed right at resistance. The Russell closed at 240. The SPY closed at resistance. We're going to take a look at that as well. But today, especially towards the end of the day, the market just rallied. This morning, we absolutely crushed it. We did very, very well. That's without saying, right? All of our trades are doing spectacular. But the market just got so many buyers, and you cannot argue with the buying pressure. And it's a beautiful sign that the IWM broke not only above 241, 242 area, it started to break above 245. So that is a really, really big sign. That's very huge for the Russell. And it's a very good sign that the overall market is recovering from this downturn. Okay, so this is really, really difficult. Pragmatically speaking, guys, I understand that everyone has their own bias, but it's very, very difficult now to remain extremely bearish. Price action, everything has ripped very, very aggressively on the Russell. It's going to be really, really tough to pull this back down and make new lows. Okay, so everyone should be looking for good buying opportunities on stocks. You should not be looking for opportunities to try to aggressively short. Yes, sure. Tomorrow we could end up getting a pullback. Definitely a chance that we end up getting a big red day tomorrow. I'm not saying that. I'm starting the video off with that, actually. But you have to look for dips to buy unless these major levels of support break. And that is going to be the overall culmination of this video as a whole. We started off with the Russell. Let's go ahead and take a look at what else there is to look at. Next, let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX obviously had a huge red day, which is very, very good for the overall market. So if the VIX falls, that means the overall market is going to rise. That's exactly what ended up happening. The VIX broke below $20 support, which is huge. And it looks like the VIX can just continue to drift lower into that $17, $17.50 range. And then once we get down here, the market's going to be at all-time highs. And it's going to just continue to trail upwards. This is going to be absolutely amazing dip buy. And, so far we've played this dip buy absolutely perfectly. And it's a blessing, and it's working out really, really well. But the VIX was a very, very good precursor. Everyone was afraid. Everyone saw the VIX spiking. Everyone thought the VIX would make new highs. Oh my God, we're going to see 50 on the VIX. Oh, we're going to see 50 again on the VIX. Yeah? Oh, yeah? All right. We didn't. So, we just have been monitoring the market day after day, specifically keeping our bias on the side. And we saw that the VIX was very overextended, according to the Bollinger Bands. And right now, pragmatically speaking, it has more room to go. So if we do get a pullback tomorrow in the overall stock market, the VIX is most likely going to get a bounce to 20 to 21. And then from here, it's going to essentially make a decision of how far it's going to bounce and then whether it's going to conclude and continue down further. So that's what I assume, right? Because I think the market is most likely going to get a pullback tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. We didn't take any trades based off of that, but expect the VIX to bounce a bit and give some sort of hope to the bears again. Let's take a look at Apple. Made a new all-time high. We made a new all-time high on Apple. We were monitoring how Apple was holding support like this very, very perfectly. Delicious. Held 266 perfectly. Bounced. I was very, very vehemently bullish on Apple. This was a bull flag. I was expecting a move upwards, and this is the move. We made new highs. So congratulations to everyone that bought the dip down here, that remained bullish and long. It's paying off. All right. So that's, really that for Apple. I'm expecting 280 plus 300 in the coming months. And this is going to be a monster. So congratulations to everyone on Apple. This is definitely not really the time to go long, in my opinion. It was time to go long down here. But I would rather wait for a pullback, see if 274-ish area can hold for continued move to the upside on Apple. Google, new highs again. Gapped up from all-time highs. Very overextended to the upside. Gapped up again. Very, very comfortably up above 310, 320 now.
Oh my God! Wow!
Google has room to 340. Very, very difficult to be bearish on the overall market when Warren Buffett. Very, very difficult to be bearish on the overall market when Warren Buffett wanted to go long on Google at all-time highs. Please, next time something like this happens, do not try to be a contrarian. Do not try to be a contrarian, okay? So this was just a simple, like an amazing dip buying opportunity across the board. You remember how Google was consolidating similar to Apple, right? And Apple eventually just made new highs. Look where the fudge Google is. Google is much higher. So it worked out really, really well. Thank God. So this was just another signal. Now, yes, pragmatically speaking, Google is hitting 330, 320. So getting a bit of a pullback is most likely necessary. We might get a pullback to around 310, 315. Which would be a healthy pullback to see if we could recontinue to the upside. That's what I'm expecting. Daily time frame of Microsoft. Made new lows, wicked, made new lows. Painted another bullish reversal here. So we had a sell-off into 470, held 470 the day afterward with a hammer candle, and now a reversal hammer candle as well at 470. Painted a green candle. This is what you want to see if you're a bull. This is not bearish. I'll tell you that much. This is not a bearish situation here, all right? Because Microsoft is down 16% from the recent highs, right? Painting a bullish reversal after being down 16% is definitely not the time where you're like, oh, wow, it's time to go short. Oh, I definitely want to go short. It's time to look for a bounce, right? We're most likely going to get a bounce eventually to around 485, 490 area back to this breakdown level. From there, that's where most likely Microsoft is going to get a retest and a continuation either to the downside, or that's where bears are going to have to make a decision. But this is bullish on Microsoft. Tesla, this is also bullish. This is a bullish situation on Tesla right now. 404 holds. We're going to see 500 soon. I'm very, very confident that Tesla should definitely end up seeing 500 in the next coming months. This is really, really bullish, guys. Like, this is not 380 held, 400 held, 410 held. This is not like a situation where, oh yeah, time to go short. 420 couldn't break. Oh, we couldn't break above 420. Yes, we're at resistance at 420 to 425. Clear cut resistance. But this is not a time to just lean short. Rather, even if Tesla does get a pullback tomorrow, look for long opportunities. Look for long opportunities for a bounce. That is my analysis. Amazon, we caught the bottom on Amazon, remember? So from the highs, we dropped almost 17%. We went long at the lows. We, held. We're still holding the 225 calls. We're doing really, really well. And now Amazon touched our upside target, 230. Really, really solid move to the upside. There's still tons of room to the upside. Tons more room to the upside. We set ourselves up beautifully for our swing entries. Can't do anything about it. So as long as 225 continues to hold, this is going to see 240, 250 in the coming months. Absolutely. And this is what bulls want to see in terms of a bottom. You want to see all of these large tech stocks start to bottom out together in unison. You want to see certain tech stocks show a lot of strength, such as Apple and Google. So this is what you want to see, and that's exactly what we're getting. Look, the daily time frame of Meta bottoming out like this was one of the best signs for strength in the market. When a multi-trillion-dollar company is holding support like this while the rest of the market is dying, Meta held at so many different levels of support, and now it's comfortably back above 630. Is this like now the time where it's like, oh, wow, there's still room to drop. Oh, we got to be bearish. No, the issue is that people are so convinced. But this is not so number one, right? Regardless of those people, this is not a time where I would want to be bearish. This is rather continues to look like a time to wait for dip buying opportunities for new highs. Regardless, we could even drop back down to 600, 605, 610. All of this is still the fact that we bottomed out like this at 580. Solid support. Very, very strong consolidation here. While the rest of the market was still making lows, Meta held. So again, all of these stocks are giving really, really good longing opportunities and levels of support. Daily time frame of NVIDIA. NVIDIA, once again, what did it do? It held 170. Very, very bullish reversal candle. How are you going to argue when the rest of the large tech stocks are holding up or doing very, very well? NVIDIA is trying to bottom itself out like this. When we look at AMD on a daily time frame, same concept as NVIDIA, trying to bottom itself out, painting a bullish hammer reversal candle here at the lows after dropping how much? How much did AMD recently just drop from the most recent highs? It's down 26% from the most recent highs. Is this now the time where you want to start leaning short after a huge rip to the downside? Absolutely not. This is not how you trade. You wait for opportunities like this to look for. This is a high. These are all high quality. Everything that we did when we went long into that weakness, those were high quality long opportunities. And it worked out. So this is no different in my opinion. We have to key off of the strength of these other tech stocks. AMD and NVIDIA, they're getting a bit of a pullback. Sure. They're not performing as well as Google, Apple, but that's okay. The fact that Google and Apple and other large tech stocks, the IWM, are all doing very well, it's a good sign that AMD, NVIDIA, Microsoft can also do well, okay? Keep that in mind. All right, this is a daily time frame of the NASDAQ. So we closed above 25,000. Very, very, very bullish reversal. And now we're continue, regardless, there's going to be a lot of resistance all in throughout here. But I personally think we might get a bit of a pullback as long as 24,900 can hold. Let's take a look at what that level is on the QQQ. Essentially 604, 603 on the QQQ. As long as that holds, even if we drop down to 601, 600, like all of this is a good buying opportunity. It would be very, very difficult, in my opinion, for us to come back down into the 590s. If we did, if we drop back down to the 590s, imagine how. So just think about it. This is how I want to think about it, honestly. The NASDAQ is at 610. People would be so happy to go long at 590, right? Are we in that environment where people would be happy to buy cheaper? Absolutely. I think so. So that when we're in that environment, or if we have that inclination within ourselves, most of the time we don't end up getting those levels. You get it? Because it would be too easy of a trade. So we oftentimes don't get the easiest trade. We get the most difficult. Going long into extreme weakness when everyone thinks it's going to collapse is difficult. But that is when the most money is made, when you have to do the difficult thing, when you have to take the difficult decision. Going long at the bottom is difficult. Buying on a deep pullback is the easy part. And I don't think we're going to end up getting such a deep pullback on the NASDAQ. Daily time frame, the SP 500, we closed above 6,700. We're at almost 6,800 back. Like, look at how well we recovered. Look at this recovery. How we were long this entire time. Everyone was bearish over here. All bearish, all bearish, all bearish. Tomorrow, when we get a pullback, most likely we're going to get a pullback tomorrow. Bears are going to come out of hibernation. They're going to be, I told you. Oh, I told you you're going to get a pullback. Oh, yeah? You were short this entire move up. You missed out on an entire move up. So once again, my thought process is even if we do get a bit of a pullback, all of these are good buying opportunities. For the SPY, 670, 668, 667. Even if we drop back down to 664, all of this, guys, is a freaking amazing long opportunity. So just keep that in mind. I would be very shocked for us to make new lows. Like, I'm actually willing, I don't even know, but I would genuinely be very, very shocked and thankful, actually. Like, I would actually be very, very thankful if we made new lows. But I genuinely do not think that it's possible. Personally, I don't think it's possible unless there's some sort of huge event that, like, some sort of news with the Fed or Trump or something like that occurs, or China or something. I really, really don't think that is going to be possible. But what I did want to show you guys is these candles. So remember, once again, these candles, the Trump-China tariff candle, and of course this candle right here, very, very similar, huge red candles, ended up breaking to the upside. And what did we end up doing on this as well? We ended up breaking to the upside as well. So it worked out. So that worked out. The candle did end up playing out the same. So worked out. So everyone that's been watching the videos, supporting, that's in the Discord channel, you know, congratulations. I hope everyone did very, very well. And we're going to continue to do well. And what might finally do well is the crypto market. So let's go ahead and take a look at the crypto market. So Bitcoin, same thing, holding above 85. It's just trying its best. Honestly, it's just trying its best to hold above 85. Can't really do much. Ethereum doing way better. It's still holding above 28. Looks way more solid and strong compared to Bitcoin, right? But there's still a lot of upside potential on all of crypto. And Solana also looks really, really good. So I'm telling you guys, like, in terms of overall bullishness, I am very bullish on crypto. I would love if crypto ended up collapsing to 60K. I would love it. Do I think it's going to happen? Most likely not. Do I think that overall market is going to make new lows? Most likely not. So with that being said, you know, we trade what the market gives us. There's going to be times where you regret, right? And that's okay. Regret comes with life, but you have to make sure that you don't put yourself in a position of regret again. That's the main thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's a reason why I'm so adamant, and especially when I am adamant, right? Like I'm putting my reputation on the line. So obviously there's a very important reason why I would even tell people that I'm bullish into weakness, right? I don't want to be incorrect. So yeah, man, just I hope people can see that I just want people to do well. So I hope this makes sense. So yeah, I don't want to just be right. I want to be right and have people do well. Like there's no like I don't gain anything if you're trading against me. Like you end up losing. So it's like I don't want people to lose money. I try my best to really explain my thought process, and I think I'm doing a good job at it. So I hope this works out for everyone. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys bright and early in the Discord server. I'll be live, trading, doing all that good stuff. Take care. Love you guys.